Imagine if you had the ability to respond to life's challenges, not with reactive impulses, but with calm, deliberate mastery. What if you could hold your tongue in a heated argument, delay gratification for long-term gains, and act from wisdom rather than emotion? By the time you finish watching this video, you'll discover how the world's oldest surviving book of wisdom, the Maxims of Ptahhotep, offers a roadmap to mastering self-control, and how this ancient guidance can transform your financial life, relationships, and inner peace today. We often think of self-control as merely gritting our teeth or resisting temptation, but the sages of ancient Egypt saw it differently. For Ptahhotep, a vizier serving Pharaoh Djedkare around 2400 BCE, self-control wasn't just a personal virtue, it was the foundation of a flourishing life and a harmonious society. His advice, written over 4,000 years ago, resonates with uncanny relevance in an age of instant gratification and constant distraction. The Maxims of Ptahhotep is regarded as one of the earliest works of philosophical and ethical literature in human history. Written during Egypt's Old Kingdom, around the 25th century BCE, this text is attributed to Ptahhotep, a vizier, chief advisor, to Pharaoh Djedkare of the 5th dynasty. As vizier, Ptahhotep was responsible for overseeing the administration of the kingdom, dispensing justice, and advising the pharaoh on matters of state. Near the end of his long life, he composed the Maxims as a guide for his son and for future generations, distilling lessons on how to live with integrity, restraint, and wisdom. The text belongs to the genre of instruction literature, common in ancient Egypt, known as sabait, or teachings. It was intended not for the masses, but for those in positions of power. Leaders, scribes, and officials who were expected to model ethical behavior and maintain order in society. What makes the Maxims remarkable is their universality. Though written in the context of ancient Egyptian court life, they address timeless human challenges: how to control anger, avoid envy, speak wisely, and act with patience. For Ptahhotep, the mastery of the self was the prerequisite for leading others and achieving lasting success. Today, as we grapple with the pressures of modern life, social media outrage cycles, financial temptations, and constant distractions, Ptahhotep's insights offer a profound and practical antidote. Self-control is the ability to regulate your thoughts, emotions, and actions in pursuit of long-term goals. Modern psychology calls it executive function. Ancient sages called it wisdom. Whatever the term, mastering it pays dividends, both financial and otherwise. The ability to delay gratification is directly tied to saving, investing, and avoiding impulsive spending. Studies like the famous marshmallow experiment show that children who exhibited self-control went on to earn higher incomes decades later. Emotional regulation prevents rash decisions, allowing you to navigate office politics and maintain focus during challenging projects. Holding back harsh words and anger preserves harmony, while exercising patience fosters trust, allowing the nurturing of stronger relationships. Resisting the pull of every desire reduces anxiety and cultivates a sense of mastery over life, and in turn, inner peace. Ptahhotep understood these benefits intuitively. He taught that self-control isn't about repression, but about aligning one's behavior with wisdom and virtue. The Maxims of Ptahhotep is not a dry list of do's and don'ts. It's a poetic manual for living with dignity and restraint in a world of passions and power struggles. These are some of his key teachings on self-control. Ptahhotep's maxim: if you meet a disputant in the heat of action, one who is more powerful than you, simply fold your arms and bow. To confront him will not make him agree with you. Pay no attention to his evil speech. If you do not confront him while he is raging, people will call him ignorant. Your self-control will be the match for his evil utterances. Here, Ptahhotep advises restraint in the face of aggression. To react in anger is to lose twice. First to your opponent, then to your own dignity. A wise person cools the fire within before it burns relationships or reputations. In the workplace, this could mean pausing before responding to a critical email or calmly listening to a colleague's complaint before replying. On social media, it might mean resisting the urge to engage in heated comment wars. Before responding in anger, count to 10 and ask, will this matter in a week? In a year? Use mindfulness techniques like deep breathing to center yourself. Ptahhotep's maxim: do not be envious of what you see, nor desire it. A little is far better than much of what causes one to lose their peace. Envy and greed are enemies of self-control. They drive people to make reckless financial choices, chase status symbols, and betray their values. Ptahhotep suggests that contentment and gratitude are antidotes to these poisons. In a world saturated with Instagram highlights and consumer advertising, practicing gratitude for what you already have shields you from the comparison trap and impulsive purchases. Keep a daily gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you value in your life. Unfollow social media accounts that trigger envy or discontent. Ptahhotep's maxim: the tongue of a man is the rudder of a boat. If it is uncontrolled, it can lead him to shipwreck. Words spoken in haste often cause regret. Ptahhotep links mastery of speech to mastery of self. Silence, when well chosen, is more powerful than 1,000 clever retorts. In meetings or negotiations, carefully consider whether speaking will add value. In personal conflicts, listen more than you speak. Practice the think rule before speaking. Is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, kind? When tempted to gossip, redirect the conversation to positive topics. Ptahhotep's maxim: the man who obeys his belly belongs to the enemy. The heart is made to listen, not to wander after every craving. Desire is natural, but unchecked desire leads to ruin. Whether it's lust, hunger, or ambition, self-control requires awareness of your impulses and the discipline to moderate them. Think of unhealthy habits like binge eating, overwork, or doom scrolling on your phone. Setting clear boundaries with yourself preserves energy and focus for meaningful goals. Use the 5-second rule. When you feel an urge, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and redirect your attention to a positive action. Replace bad habits with constructive ones. For example, swap scrolling with a 5-minute walk. Ptahhotep's maxim: a man who is patient never meets misfortune, for his heart stays calm and clear, like a lake untroubled by storms. Patience allows you to endure challenges without succumbing to despair or rashness. It is not passivity, but the active choice to remain steady under pressure. Investing requires patience to let compound interest work. Building a career demands enduring setbacks without giving up. In relationships, patience prevents escalation during misunderstandings. Reframe setbacks as training for your long-term success. Remind yourself, I can endure this. Time is on my side. Mastering self-control isn't about suppression, it's about freedom. Freedom from being ruled by emotions. Freedom from financial chaos caused by impulse. And freedom to pursue long-term goals with clarity. Ptahhotep's advice, though ancient, aligns perfectly with modern science. Studies in behavioral psychology show that habits like mindfulness, gratitude, and delayed gratification significantly improve life satisfaction and achievement. In a hyper-connected, overstimulated world, his counsel feels revolutionary. Ptahhotep might remind us, the man who masters himself masters the world. Start small, choose one area, speech, desire, or patience, for example, to focus on this week and use his maxims as daily reminders. Journal your wins and moments of struggle to build awareness. Over time, these micro moments of self-control accumulate, creating a calmer, more purposeful life. As modern humans, we face endless distractions and temptations Ptahhotep could never have imagined. Yet his words cut across millennia, offering a timeless truth. Self-control is the key that unlocks every other virtue. If you want greater financial security, deeper relationships, and a mind that feels steady no matter the storm, turn to the wisdom of this ancient Egyptian sage. The journey to mastery begins not with grand gestures, but with one small decision to pause, reflect, and act from your higher self.